I'm at a loss for words. It's like my whole existence doesn't make sense anymore. We're starting off a Thursday without any thunderstorms in Texas. It's been, what, 2 months? What could I possibly do with my life now that there's no storms to track overnight and in the morning hours? Well, I'm sure I'll have to find a way to manage, but we do have the opportunity for some thunderstorms across parts of the state over the next couple of afternoons, and then maybe heading back into a little stormy pattern as we get into early next week. Oh, by the way, it's hot. Let's talk about it in this Thursday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. I hit the wrong button. Let's try that again. Good morning. It is Thursday, the 6th of June, 2024. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer, and yeah, we don't have any storms ongoing this morning. No angry hurricane-force bow echoes of doom moving across the state. No cantaloupe-sized hail. No, 5 a.m. tornadoes just for the randomness of it. No, it's actually a pretty tranquil morning. It's certainly on the warm and humid side for several parts of the state, but that's summer for you. It's actually a summer-like morning. We definitely do have some fog and some low-level stratus, especially where we have high soil moisture content. But, again, I don't know what to do with myself. But I do know we need to get on with this video, so let's take a look at today's high-resolution rapid refresh weather model. You can see this afternoon, most of the state's going to be calm, quiet, hot, clear. Some pop-up afternoon thunderstorms in the Davis Mountains into the Big Bend. Same thing, maybe in the Panhandle into West Texas this afternoon. Those die out not long after sunset. Tomorrow may be a more active day across parts of the Texas Panhandle, West Texas, down into the Big Bend, the borderland of far West Texas. We could see scattered thunderstorms develop during the late afternoon hours, and those may actually persist more into the evening compared to today. We may see some upscale growth into a small cluster or line tomorrow evening. Now, for today and tomorrow, the reason we have storms popping up across, parts of the Big Bend, the Davis Mountains, maybe into the Trans-Pecos, maybe. Panhandle in West Texas is, temperature is going to be in the triple digits. We're going to reach the convective temperature, which is where the parcels of air in the low levels are able to rise freely without any sort of capping inhibition. Thus, the bubbles bubble up. And because it's, 100 degrees, the atmosphere is pretty unstable, and that's why we're getting those afternoon thunderstorms. Storms today and tomorrow, the strongest, just because, it's hot out, will probably be able to produce some pocket change size hail and localized wind gusts over 70 miles an hour. What thunderstorms in the summer months can typically do. We're not expecting a big crashy the cluster of storms tonight or tomorrow night to invade the eastern two-thirds of Texas, but Panhandle, West Texas, Big Bend, Davis Mountains, y'all actually do need some rain and could use some rain. So this is actually some pretty good news for y'all. Eastern two-thirds of the state, quiet over the next 2 days, probably, with only low thunderstorm chances Friday evening into Saturday morning across portions of Texoma, Northwest Texas, the Arklatex. You can see we have some storms try to get going tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon in Oklahoma. But again, these would be the pop-up storm variety that typically ring themselves out within an hour. We typically call them popcorn storms in the summer months. They go up real quick, shoot out lightning, heavy rain, some small hail. Then as they collapse within, 45 minutes, they typically shoot out a pretty good area of strong winds called a microburst or a downburst. And that's why we call them popcorn storms. They go up fast, they make a fuss, they come on down quickly, and make a lot of wind. All right, let's take a look beyond today and Friday. Here's the global forecast system, the American Longer Range Weather Model, as we go into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We are expecting a bit of a uptick in thunderstorm chances as we get into the weekend. across portions of the Panhandle, West Texas, maybe even the northern third of Texas this weekend as we see a weak frontal boundary move south into the state. That may be more true on Sunday into Monday morning, with the potential for some thunderstorm activity to grow upscale and start doing that whole move from west to east thing as a cluster of storms. But we'll get into that once we're a bit closer, Sunday, Monday, maybe early next week. As we continue on, let's take a look at the wildfire outlook from the Texas A&M Forest Service for today, tomorrow, Saturday. We're continuing to expect moderate to high wildfire danger across the Panhandle, West Texas, the Permian Basin, the Edwards Plateau, the Big Bend, the Trans-Pecos, Guadalupe, Davis Mounds, the borderland, far west Texas. But again, some of these conditions will be moderated where we see wetting rainfall over the next couple of days. In the temperature department, well, it's June. It's hot. Today, it's either going to be in the 90s and feel like the triple digits, or it's going to be in the triple digits and still feel like it's in the triple digits. Good news is, though, some of you in the Panhandle, Big Bend, Davis Mounds, if you end up with a thunderstorm nearby this afternoon, that'll cool y'all off into the 70s and 80s. See, not all stormies have to be bad. But yeah, it's going to be hot and humid today. Guess what? Same story tomorrow, except maybe a little cooler where that boundary tries to approach the Red River and Texoma and the Arklatex. Otherwise, we're looking at 90s and triple digits with heat index values 10 to 15 degrees above the actual air temperature again tomorrow. Saturday, it's hot. Sunday, we do see changes coming in as a slightly more impressive, not as hot front makes its way across the Panhandle, western Texas, Oklahoma. Highs north of that front in the 80s with some thunderstorm chances. South of it, it's still hot and humid, 90s triple digits. And then you can see on Monday that front is going to try to make it down into the northern half of the state. Highs in the 70s and 80s. Increased cloud cover, maybe some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Wow, that's a June treat. Southern half of the state, upper 80s, 90s to low triple digits. We'll have to see how far south that front can get, but we may be a little more active in the weather department next week, at least in terms of some scattered shower and thunderstorm chances. Nothing that screams holy moly guacamole, tornado outbreak, etc. We're getting pretty late in our severe weather season now. This is really the time of year where we start translating over towards the summer-like pattern where the jet stream gets shunted up north, and we end up starting to deal with, less wind shear, which means less organized thunderstorms, hotter temperatures, what we call high instability, low shear days. So as our wind shear decreases, so will our overall thunderstorm organization, but we're still probably going to have just enough wind shear to support maybe some thunderstorm clusters, multicellular storms, etc. But again, we'll keep an eye on it. Western half of Texas, you could get all the rain you guys, well, let's try that again while being coherent. Y'all need all the rain you can get. So if we can keep into that kind of pattern where y'all can get rain chances, I think you'd be pretty okay with it. Eastern half of the state, yeah, we need some time to dry out. That's going to be it for your Thursday morning edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. As always, you can get your local weather forecast, interactive weather radars, daily Texas weather roundups, and more in the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. Just search for Texas Storm Chasers where you download apps for your device. Y'all have a good Thursday. We'll chat with you later. God bless.